This video about must-have apps that I found during 1 year of using macOS. You should know that I'm located in the middle of nowhere, so I don't have right now internet connection, and first app is Downy, I really don't know how to pronounce this name, but this is simple, really simple app to download videos from the web. I think you can download every video from every page in the web, because I use it to download videos from YouTube, from Vimeo, and even in Russian social network called VK, Vkontakte, and it also works. You have a lot of settings, a lot of preferences, and it's really powerful app. And what I like the most is that you can, for example, take a YouTube playlist with thousands of videos and just copy only one link of this playlist, put it in Downy, and it will download all videos in just one click. I download using this app maybe around 800 gigs of YouTube videos, just YouTube videos. By the way, Downy has special extension for Safari, so if you open, for example, a YouTube video, you just click on this only one button and it's automatically set to app and start download. Right now I don't have, you can see I don't have internet connection. In this video I will show you other app from the same developer, but Downy like from a seafarer. Next simple app called Yoink, and Yoink, I don't know, and you can't see it right now because this is just a small pop-up window. For example, I want to take this item, and you can see I have this small drop in here box. This is full app itself. This is just a temporary folder that you can use to, for example, collect all needed files, drop it in your Final Cut Pro or in Photoshop, or again you can just copy paste in other folder. You can change position and size of this window, and you have additional settings inside this Yoink app. It's pretty simple app. For example, you can just take this text, right click, and right now you can see services, add selected text to Yoink, and you can see right now I have this text and I can easily open it, copy, paste and close. And it's also work good if I need to copy, for example, a lot of different quotes from a book or from the article and put it in my second brain. For example, video about second brain is in this spot. I really don't know why I need to speak about Clean My Mac, because if you watch other videos from big YouTubers, you probably saw this app, saw advertisements of this app. My workflow with this app is pretty simple. I use Smart Scan, and also I use two additional features, so Space Lens and Large and All Files. I have a lot of work with files, with footage, and it's heavy footage. And sometimes, for example, a library in Final Cut Pro somehow start to copy all this original media, and and this library gain a lot of weight just in 2 clicks. I can't just drop all this footage and send it on the clouds. So I need to use Clean My Mac. You also have additional active monitoring, but I don't like to use it, so I usually just close it. I speak a lot and shoot a lot of videos, and I use Compressor. This is addition to Final Cut Pro, but still this is the individual standalone app that you can use to compress your video, audio, and all different media you can compress in this app. I think it's must have if you're a Final Cut Pro user. I have also video about Apple Compressor in this spot, full tutorial how to use Apple Compressor. And if you again have a lot of media that you need to compress. If you need to create, for example, multiple versions of only one video in different formats, this is perfect app, because it develops to do this job. And also, again, I use it to export all my videos, all my stock footage. This app is a good plugin for Final Cut Pro, and it costs maybe $40–50, and you can buy it in Pro bundle, and it will cost you nothing. You can find here how to spend less money on this stuff. Highly recommend this video. It's really powerful and have a lot of useful information. If you don't need to use all this power of Compressor, you just need to, for example, compress your video, you can use Permute. Downy and Permute has the same developers, and you can see it's pretty the same interface, and you have combination of Downy plus Permute. You can download video through Downy and send it to Permute to compress it at the same time. For example, I drop my YouTube video, and you can see you have properties of your video, you can add specific settings, how you want to compress this video, and it's pretty minimalistic and really easy to use. Next app called Moom, and I use it to manage my windows because it works really not good in macOS, and I hate it. I really don't like how window management look. All this split screening, all this working with different workspaces, it doesn't work for a user, because it's much easier to make this layout and not turning it in full screen mode, which I don't like in macOS. So I can use only 2 shortcuts to do this. So I have one shortcut to make a full screen, not this type of full screen that you have when you create additional workspace. I just used Command-Shift+2 to put it at the right part of my screen, and Command-Shift+1 to put other window on the left side. I open, for example, my workshop with my projects. I also open additional window, and I automatically do this layout just using 3 shortcuts, and I highly recommend you to use Moom. Properties of this app looks like this, and you can again create your additional shortcuts. You can change your zones, change resizing of your windows. I think it's pretty painful topic for macOS users, because Moom it's not the first and not the last app of this series. You also have different apps that do the same work. Next app is LMedia Player, and this is different player that you can use, because standard QuickTime player works. It's a pretty simple standard player that you can use. Firstly, I can change speed of my playback. I can easily do this using simple commands, and I can't do this in QuickTime player because you don't have this possibility. Yes, you can turn on different time of playback, but you don't have shortcuts to do this. Additional plus that you can, for example, create your own playlist. This player can remember the last position when you stop to watch your video. For example, I open this video, переходы как в клипе Скриптонита, and it starts to play from the place where I stopped to watch. Additional and stupid reasons that I can't open MKV files using QuickTime player, so you can see it's just it doesn't work. You can compare QuickTime player with 1, 2, 3, 4 additional tabs with functions, and 3 LMedia player with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional windows with different functions that you can easily use, and it's free. This app is free, and if you want to unlock different functions, so you can see this pro function, you need to pay something. But basic free app is much better than stock app on your macOS. So don't use QuickTime player, use LMedia player, and you will be happy. Next step is Alfred, and again, maybe you watched a lot of videos about different macOS apps, and Alfred is advanced spotlight, and without additional power pack, which costs something, it's great replacement of Spotlight, which I use. If we open, for example, preferences, going into stats, you can see since 28th of March of last year, I used it average 6.2 times per day, and I think it's really great, and I still don't know a lot of functions inside this Alfred. Use Alfred. Alfred is a good replacement of Spotlight. Next app again is pretty well known, it's 1Password, and I don't like this app because it costs a lot. I hate subscription model for apps. As a customer, I hate this approach to a business, but as a businessman who want to generate a lot of income during a big amount of time every single month and every year, I understand this model, but still I'm not active user, password user, I can say that. Locating in the middle of nowhere during 3 last months, I open 1Password maybe 3 times, 2-3 times, and that's all. So maybe I will find in future some free password manager. I like how 1Password works. I like this autofill feature that it's just work, and it works really nice, but I don't like the cost of this 1Password. But still, I recommend to you if you have a big, just infinite amount of passwords. Before buying Mac, I had another password manager on Windows machine, and I spent the whole week to just delete all useless accounts, all garbage that I produced during last 10 years in the web. Last app is ScreenFlow, and because I'm YouTuber, I shoot a lot of different tutorials about Final Cut Pro, different apps. I need to constantly show my screen. Why I don't recommend built-in solution? Yes, it's pretty comfortable to use, it's just two-click action, but firstly, you have enormous size of your final file, of your screen rec, and I really don't know how it works, especially when you are shooting digital course and you have 15 hours of just raw material. For short clips I use it all the time, but for bigger recordings I use ScreenFlow. Next reason that built-in solution can't record sound from your speakers. This is really important point if you again start to show, for example, your editing. How to show difference in your audio mixing, that you're adding music, adding different sound effects, if you don't have audio from your speaker and you have only audio from your mic, from your external mic, and from mic of Mac, which is not good. So again, you can't record audio using built-in solution. The last advantage is that you can apply additional overlays to your screen recording. For example, so if I click, you can see this red circle, and if I start to use keyboard, you can see that you also saw what I'm typing right now. And I think this is again really important when you are shooting tutorials, because I don't like to speak that, oh, right now I press on A button. Oh, right now I press on O button. I just want to show, I just press on this button and you see on the screen on your video that I press on this button. And this is again, this is small thing, but game-changing thing. I think this app is overpriced because you also have built-in editor, which for example I don't use. I just use it to apply, that I said before. I just open to screen recording, you can see I have this style, screen rec. I just apply it and I export video, and that's all. You can't find anything better than ScreenFlow. And speaking about tutorials, you can watch additional videos about how to use properly your macOS. I have 2 videos about macOS tips in these spots. I have a lot of different stuff about my Mac, about my iPhone, about this, a lot of different stuff, and also different tutorials. Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, and C Live, because again, I'm located in the middle of nowhere. And I have a lot of videos about how to be in nowhere, and digital courses and digital store. Oh, so much stuff you can find on this channel if you are new here. Evgeny Maximov. I will see you in the next video.